Hello everyone, it's Commercial Review. Today we're going to be talking about something that I know very little about, clothing advertisements. The reason that I am sadly underinformed about this topic is that I have one goal when I go clothes shopping, covering up my naked body. Obviously I want to look good in the process. Really though, as long as it fits, it's not expensive, and it's not uncomfortable, I don't care whose name is on the label. Some people do, and for those people I'm going to be reviewing a set of advertisements from clothing manufacturers whose advertisements have either perplexed, annoyed, or bored me. I should probably put something nice on if I'm going to be reviewing clothes. Oh yes. Our first commercial comes from American Apparel, which is famous for its tasteful, family-friendly, and non-suggestive advertisements. I'm gonna be here for a while, aren't I? Oh, we're finally done! You know, for being stuck on the floor for as long as this photo shoot must have taken, their good mood is not wearing thin at all. Kudos to these models for sticking it out, but I don't need to see tons of footage for each individual outfit. Okay, obviously for what it's selling, this commercial is taking way too much time. However, and you didn't think I was gonna say this, it deserves praise for a few things that it did really well. First of all, even though all of those unique sequences could have been cut down by about a third and not lose anything, they effectively captured how each outfit looks and feels using shaky cam and really quick cuts. That's not easy to do. Seriously, can you remember what anyone was wearing in Cloverfield or the Blair Witch Project? That's right, you and no one else, ever. Secondly, both of the models kept their clothes on for the entire ad, which for American Apparel is like having Lady Gaga wear something from American Apparel. Third, for the most part, they looked like they were enjoying themselves. I say for the most part because it seems like most contemporary clothing advertisements have to have at least one person vacantly staring into the camera. Are you super disillusioned and bored? So are we. Buy our clothing. Or don't. Clothing brands that aren't just trying to keep you from wearing your birthday suit are not just trying to sell you an article of clothing, they're trying to sell you a look. Based on this commercial, the look of American Apparel is active, interactive, playful, and just a little bit restless. These people look like they're closer to singing Happy than Smells Like Teen Spirit. Not that that's necessarily a good thing, but it is definitely better than their models having no emotion at all. I would really like to review the Old Navy commercials featuring Amy Peeler, because she is hilarious. But I can't, because the commercial that Old Navy chose to push a lot this last winter gets under my skin in a way that I am only now going to try to articulate. Let's sit back and watch it for a moment. Now, I'd love to hear some of y'all's comments about this one, because either the artwork, the music, or the people are out of place in this commercial. One of them does not fit, and I do not know which one. I'm gonna go with the music because I tend to notice that aspect first. For a winter commercial, there's nothing wintry about this music. Or it could be the people, who are way too realistic for what could easily start turning into a Beatles music video. Or it could be the artwork, which is too slick for the music, too unanimated for the people next to it, or too sparely drawn for an advertisement that has a lot of great color everywhere else. On top of that, and maybe somebody can help me identify this, all of the fun, and I'm not ashamed to use air quotes here, feels more and more manufactured every time I watch this. I understand every time I see a commercial or an advertisement that someone is about to try to manipulate me, but I'd like them to at least try to do it well, as opposed to rooting around for whatever they find first in the big box of fun and happy. Dancing children, polar bears, palm trees, sudden realization that you've caught something while fishing. Let's slow that particular bit down for a moment. I'm not going to give Old Navy any slack for how their commercial makes me feel, but watching it a few times, I do appreciate how difficult it must be to make a good clothing commercial. Clothing is personal, and if even the smallest thing in a clothing commercial makes you feel uncomfortable or out of the club, you're probably going to look elsewhere. So clothing commercials that completely sell you are doing a lot of things right all at the same time. Last, and quite possibly least, let's look at a commercial that Selena Gomez did for the Neo line from Adidas. I hope that I'm not the only one who noticed that it is really difficult to see what people are wearing in this commercial. All of the shots are in the dark, or moving away from the action, or only letting you see like this much of the person's body. The only thing I can tell you about what Selena Gomez, the star of this commercial, is wearing is that the backs of her stockings have little diamonds. The message of this commercial is live your style, which is one of the more inane slogans I've ever heard. And I've been watching a ton of commercials. Now they could have said wear your style or show off your style, but live your style means nothing because if you have a style, presumably it's in your life already. And if you don't already have a style, then this commercial is just taunting you with how sad and empty your life is. Living your style also apparently means vandalizing some old factory building, which would be a lot more fun if it seemed like anyone was watching. But in addition to seeing the object of their green spree at the end, we also see the location, which is middle of nowhere, and isn't going to get noticed by anyone until the zoning board gets an angry call from an environmentally conscious motorist. And I just got how ironic it is that that paper is green. Nothing against Selena Gomez, she's hip and cute, I guess. But in this case, she failed to tell me something I don't know, such as you wear a coat when it's cold, and Adidas sells clothings of some type. That is our show for today. Leave us a comment, take a look at some of our other videos, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you all later.